So guys, now before we even get into this video, if you're new to the channel, if you love basketball content like this, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Guys, we drop bangers on this channel only. Guys, I have the best support system. Just look at the comments down below. Y'all always support me. I love y'all. Y'all love me. I love y'all. I really thank you guys for putting me in this position. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, the question of the day for this video is, do you watching this video? Yes, I'm talking to you. Do you personally feel like Bryce James is just as good as Bronny James and LeBron at his age, or do you think he's just a little less? Anything Bryce James related, just comment down below, guys. Let's get a great basketball conversation started. Guys, in this video, we're actually going to be breaking down his first game. A ton of you guys kept sending me that video where Bryce James played in his first AAU game. I was like, let me check out this video. So yeah, we're gonna be breaking down this game and just really talking about his potential as a basketball player as a whole. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, we're not gonna waste any more time. Let's go and get straight into this video. So boom, guys, let's go and get straight into this video and just break down Mr. Bryce Maximus James's game and really just determine just how good of a player that he really is. Now, first of all, one thing that I feel like we all need to understand and mention about Bryce James is that Bryce is a completely different player than Bronny James and his dad LeBron. Bryce has a completely different play style. He has a completely different body type. And as a pure basketball player for his age, I personally think that Bronny James and LeBron James were far more advanced and skilled than Bryce James was. Bronny and LeBron were more of a floor general type of player, generating the offense, and they're more of a gifted, natural born scorers for their age. And I think that Bryce is more of a player that plays off the ball. It's not a bad thing, guys, but I think if people are going to compare Bryce to Bronny and LeBron and his just older compatriots, they have to keep this in mind when judging his game and just how good of a player that he really is. If we're going to compare the two, I would compare Bronny James and Bryce to LiAngelo and LaMelo. Guys, two completely different players. Now, I'm not saying that Bryce is on the same path to be like LiAngelo Ball. I'm not saying that. I'm just stating the example to really differentiate that Bryce and Bronny are just two completely different players. Now, I know a ton of people are so focused in and just honed in on Bryce's insane growth, which is impressive, but so far, I feel like we really haven't gotten to really see Bryce utilize this ability just yet. If you saw Bryce about 2 years ago when he was 11, it's just crazy how much bigger that he's gotten. It's reported that he's around that 5'11" to 6 foot in height, and he's continuing to grow as a player. I think people should just not overlook this aspect about Bryce. And I think that there's other aspects about basketball that we really should be watching and taking notes on. Guys, he's 13. It's not like he's going to the NBA, guys. Obviously, like I said, he is 13, but I feel like we haven't really seen much from Bryce that just tells us that he's on the same path to be a future NBA player, which is normal. Bryce currently plays for Strive for Greatness, which is LeBron's AAU team, and I think that we can all agree that Bryce is definitely not the best player on his team. Even just from watching that one video that everybody was sending me alone, I personally did not see much about Bryce, just judging from that specific game, that made me be like, okay, that guy is gonna be a star. Guys, everybody was telling me to give my honest thoughts on this video, and I was just confused on if people were sending me the right video. Going into it, I was expecting to see Bryce just drop major buckets, grab some boards, pass it, give a ton of effort, not try to look cool, you know, the normal things that I usually judge players on. But I just did not see much but a little layup and a three-pointer from the corner. Apparently, everybody was telling me that he was playing 15U, which is impressive, don't get me wrong, but as far as just judging his game and just how he looked out there, seeing how he engaged himself, to me, the 15U doesn't matter. Guys, you have to understand something. From a 13-year-old player, I want to see just how much effort he's giving. I want to see how hard he's playing on the floor. If he's trying to look cool, What ways is he engaging himself in the game? These are just some of the things that I look at when watching a player that is that young. I don't care how many points he's scoring. I don't care about his stats. I don't care about his form, his jersey number. I don't care about none of that, guys, because he's 13. He's gonna be a completely different player 2 to 3 years from now. But like I said, just judging from the effort-based things that I just said, I did not see much of that. And I just don't understand what the hype was about that specific game, guys. I'm not saying that Bryce is trash. I'm not saying that he's not gonna have a good future. I'm not saying none of that. I think Bryce has a ton of potential to be something amazing in the future. I mean, he has the right team around him. He has LeBron and his dad. He has Bronny, he has Mike. He has a ton of he has a good support system. So trust me, when I tell you he can be a great player, he is. I mean, LeBron is always hyping up his great jump shot, which we do love to see occasionally. So I'm telling you, trust me when I say that Bryce has a future. But like I said at the beginning of this video, guys, we have to realize and understand and keep in mind that Bryce is a completely different player than Bronny and LeBron. Right now, it's just hard to judge his game as a whole because he is 13 and there's just so many years ahead of him. Imagine, guys, imagine in a couple years when we get to see Bronny and Bryce play on the same team. I feel like it's going to be something insane. People were asking me if Bryce will make the varsity team next year for Sierra Canyon, but just judging from what I've seen so far, I don't think that he's ready as a player at the moment to play for Sierra Canyon. He definitely can in a couple years, but right now, I don't think so. I feel like Bronny and LeBron are light years ahead of Bryce as far as the player that he is at his age. And guys, Bronny James, guys, that man was tough when he was in high school. I honestly thought he was going to be dropping major buckets in high school, but he hasn't shown that just yet. And it just makes me so mad because I know that Bronny can do it, but he just hasn't done it yet. But only time will tell. But as far as Bryce James, as far as Bryce and my boy James, guys, he has a bright future ahead of him. I'm excited to see his game develop as a player, and I'm interested to just see Bryce play AAU this season and just how good he will be next year in high school. But like I said, that's just my personal opinion. I want you guys to understand, I'm not saying that Bryce is not good. Like I want to reiterate this, like I was saying throughout this entire video, I'm personally just judging that one game. I don't care what he looks like. I don't care that he's 5. None of that matters. I'm judging him how much effort was he giving. In that video, we barely even saw him throughout that entire video. It was showing his teammates more than they were showing Bryce. Mercy Miller on the other team, that dude looked nice. That dude looked impressive. There were other players that were far more impressive. And like I said, I'm not hating on Bryce. I'm just being real. Bryce James, he has a future. I'm telling you. Couple years, I'm gonna be making a video on Bryce saying this dude he's going to the NBA, trust me. But right now, I think that he has a ton of work to do. He's definitely on the right path, and I'm excited to see just how good of a player that he becomes. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, I want to know your opinion on Bryce and how he looked in that first game. Comment down below. Let's get a great basketball conversation started. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, it's gonna do it for this video. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, cop the Juice Made Hoops merch down below in the first link in the description. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, it's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for watching. It's been another episode of Juice Made TV. Peace.